Good morning, greetings, salutations, welcome one and all. My name is Michael and I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder, the Ruby Phoenix, our Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure that takes place in the lands of Tianxia, a Oriental, Asian-themed, inspired fantasy setting set in the world of Pathfinder and the world of Galarian. Joining me today are my wonderful Patreons who support my channel, help me keep the lights on, and keep me reasonably well-fed. They feed me. They do. Otherwise, I would just drink bubble tea. But bubble tea is delicious.
It is.
Joining me today, of course, starting from our top left, is none other than the wonderful Neil from Immersion Diversion, playing the role of Tamaki, the half-elf magistrate and investigator. Hi, Neil.
Hello, Michael.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Tell us a little bit about Tamaki, would you?
As I play Tamaki, the ancient half-elf investigator, like Michael said, and currently getting helping these three find the masters of these scrolls we have, while also trying to investigate his own family.
Very cool, very cool. Next up, of course, playing the role of our Tengu drunken monk is none other than the, hopefully not drunk, I don't know, it's very early for where we are, but good, excellent. Is of course, my good friend Rick, playing the role of Liu. Hi, Rick.
Hey, Michael.
How you doing?
Sorry?
How you doing?
Yeah, doing well. You?
Yeah, doing pretty good, pretty good.
Probably actually a rough question to ask after yesterday. We won't go into that just
No,
now.
don't worry. I will be going into it a little bit later on because there's stuff we need to talk about. But yes, thank you for asking. I appreciate it. But I'm good, thank you. But yes.
I play Liu, as Michael said, a drunken monk. He has descended from the mountains to compete in a big tournament some 8, 9, 10 years ago. Thought pretty highly of himself, failed miserably. Spent the next probably doesn't actually know he's spent so much of it unconscious somewhere in a gutter, and is now working his way back up towards some form of self-respect.
Very nice, very nice. Next up, of course, playing the role of the barbaric Oni Taisho is, of course, the barely barbaric our friend Edward, otherwise known as Games and Tea. Hi, Ed, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Tell us about your. Do you still have your weapons? Are you unarmed at this point?
I
You have a trident.
I'm not on. I have a trident. I have a spear.
Oh yeah, okay,
I have a trident which supposedly has some magic in it, but I still don't know what. And I have a spear which I just use to poke people. And
yeah, I feel like you need to update your menu.
A hilt. A hilt.
Yeah, broken hilt. There you go. All right.
A hilt. But I do have a what do you call it? A fang, which I intend on transforming into a blade.
We have a fang of
cool.
But as and when that's going to happen, no idea.
It's like a steel fang.
When you find a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. And of course, last but certainly not least, playing the role of Kaito, our Kitsune waterborne sorcerer, is none other than the incredible Sean! Woo!
Hello.
Yay! Hi, Sean.
Hello. Yeah, so Kaito grew up orphaned on the streets and has gotten into several different types of trouble, including one with the Oni Daimyo, which is kind of resurfaced and came back for them a little bit.
Oh yeah. No, we'll get into the Oniguruma, the assassin squad of the Oni Daimyo very, very soon. Phantom, why are you so high? People can't see who you're talking to. Come here, you. There you go. You can go there.
You moved it because of the dag face.
Did I? Oh, okay. Very well. There you go. Have a
I
snack.
think so.
Yum. There you go. Delicious. Okay. All right. So, well, guys, as you guys know, you are being invited behind the screens here in order to play with us as well as to enjoy this show. And there are a number of ways that you can interact with the chat as we continue. As you can see, we have a number of rewards in addition to the channel points to affect the game. For $5, you can get a hero point or a jinx point. Hero points can be used to give advantage to my players, help them stave off death, help them petition for stuff that just doesn't make sense, but Sure, why not? Jinx points are pretty much the reverse of that, which I get to use to do the same thing. Force my players to reroll for my villains, etc., etc., etc. For $10, we can grant a Wheel of Woe, which is kind of like a superhero point, where the group can petition for a bigger and more wider expanse of things that can usually defeat an encounter kind of level of stuff. For $20, you can give someone a natural 20, which you can see with these golden 20 marks down there. And for $50, you can create a custom magic item or a boss buff. Now, we also have a secret menu item, and the secret menu items are a mix of different things. For this game, our secret menu item is an NPC, which will join the coverts of the secret menu item characters. Secret menu item characters are NPCs created by audience members who donate to that tier, and NPCs who are and will make their way. Thank you, Neil. Neil has just ordered off the secret menu. So be sure to send me a message on Discord, and we will make a miniature and a character, and then we will put it in whichever game that you would like. And then they also are now dimension hopping members of my group. So basically, yeah, these characters can view can go another place. Ooh, make Tamaki. Tamaki shows up and he goes, I don't know what's going on. All right, there you go.
It's stuck to do a portal.
All right.
No.
Malakisa coming in with the raid. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi, Mally. Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Mally.
Yes, we were just going. So that's the prize. Suspicious. All right. Now, guys, we've got a couple of things to go over really, really quickly. Now, first of all, as you guys can see, the VLDL troll goal is super close. We are at $4,905 exactly. No, 915 left. So we've got less than $100 left before we hit that goal. But you know, I wanted to say this because I know that a lot of people who have followed my channel, who follow my Twitter and stuff like that, know already. Very recently, I suffered a loss in my family. My cat was passed away on Wednesday this week, which was very sad. I'm okay, by the way, for everyone wondering. But we are going to keep the goal here. We're going to keep the troll goal up. And anything that we make in excess, I'm going to be using at least immediately to help me out with some funeral costs and things like that. And yeah, basically just all that stuff, because it's apparently very expensive to do stuff, which I was unaware of, and it's like, yeah, oh, thank you so much, you know. And honestly, like, people have said so many wonderful things on Twitter and on Facebook, and you know, it does mean a lot to have so much support. And I want everyone to know that, you know, that's where I've been for the last few days. You know, I know a lot of people have messaged me and I haven't said anything, and I know you all understand why. And I just want to take another moment just to thank everyone who reached out. I mean, absolutely everyone. It was very, very moving. But I'm back and I'm good, and I'm you know, like, I'm here and we're ready to play some cool games, because that's what I'm all about. So thank you in advance, and thank you, Malakisa, for the $25. Yes, thank you so much. And yes, tell me where you would like to put these the $25, and we'll put it somewhere. And we'll get this game going. All right. Now, when last we left our epic adventurers, they had been on the run, should I say? They had been on the run from a member of the Oniguruma, a group of terrifyingly powerful and deadly Oni assassins. This, for example, was the Sakura King, a deadly assassin who had basically been chasing our group through the abandoned ninja village that they had been led to by Vrantris, who is an ally to the group. Chased into the sewers, our heroes managed a narrow escape, but something bizarre had happened just as they attempted to leave. As Tamaki was being captured by these Juragumo fruits, these kind of like human-headed fruit-headed human people. There you go. Tamaki was being kidnapped, and they saw his family crest, at which point they had retreated, leaving Tamaki without kidnapping him. Now, why this would happen, or or what caused that effect is still a mystery to many. But we now pick up in the sewers the sounds of the running water, but the absence of the chittering of these tiny creatures. Tamaki, you kind of pull yourself out of the tunnel that you had been dragged into, where Liu and Taisho and Kaito, you guys are on, kind of the other side of like this little embankment, looking down.
No.
Oh, wait, where's
Nope.
Taisho?
No, I was beside Tamaki.
Oh, right,
They
yes,
had
sorry,
literally
yeah.
just pulled him
Yeah,
into
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Oh
I would.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Taisho's on the same bank as Tamaki. But yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
So we pick up from Tamaki, climbing and crawling out.
Help.
Yeah. Come. Hey.
Oh. I just kind
What
of fall
next?
out of it into him.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
Okay. What did
Okay.
you do?
Nothing. It pulled me in, and then it like I don't know. It like melted. It was weird. Like it pulled me in there, and then it melted. That's how I was able to get away.
What?
What
No.
happened to the ones out here? Did you kill them?
No.
Or there was one, wasn't there? No,
You
there were
guys
two
okay over there?
Oh, we're good.
Tamaki is probably dying. Well, come on.
They're all
Tyson
still
just grab him by the arm and start dragging him towards the other two.
You guys went out of eyesight. I didn't know you guys were still alive. I was about to start running. If it wasn't for Liu, I probably would have kept running.
What? Oh yeah, you can't see anything. Why can you not see anything?
Well, I was doing fine until I had to beat this thing around the head with my torch, and you can probably see from where you are. He's holding up like the end of a broken stick. And what
Well then get another one. Hey, you're a bird. You should have good sight, huh?
yeah, when there's some light. Anyway, give me a sec.
Oh, here. And then I'm actually
Also,
gonna.
I realize I don't have a torch or tinder boxes.
And you call yourself an adventurer.
Oh my god.
I
You're
don't
gonna
have
home with a
random
10-foot
windows.
pole.
It's gonna look kind of stupid, but I kind of from the back of my robe, I forgot that I had a sun rod because as a alchemist, I can make tools.
Taisho looks
as
at
my
well,
go ahead.
you're with Taisha right now. So Taisha
Yeah.
looks at you, stops pulling you, and then just gives you clouts around the back of the head.
Ah!
Just stop it,
so-
boy.
Oh,
You can't see anything. They can't see anything. I am the only one that can see anything in the dark. Why did you not do this?
we had a torch and we were moving slow. I didn't expect us to just run off. And just,
No, I did not expect you to go running after them either. I went after you because you went running after them.
well, no, I
Look, it's
I ran
okay. Stop,
first,
stop,
and
stop,
then they
stop.
ran off. Ugh.
We almost all went running off. Just be grateful none of us are dead. And can we please get out of here before he throws more of those fruit things down here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want them
we
to
need to
think that
talk-
we're dead.
We need to talk about that. So let's go.
Yeah.
Vrantra says, the exit is this way. Although I highly recommend that if you wish to avoid detection, you should probably lower your voices.
Fair points, wooden man. Lead on.
I am Vrantris.
He's righteous.
Taisho is really, he's fed up, he's pissed, he's annoyed, he just doesn't give a shit right now about
He
anything.
drops to the ground.
You watch as these two
Wait,
mechanical eyelids just sort of blink at you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
lead the way.
fine. Lead on, Vrantris.
He begins to lead you through a network of corridors, and as you make your way through, you're almost certain that multiple times you have circled back on yourselves, you kind of like recognize the same marks on the walls like a few times when you go past them. And it seems as though he's taking you in circles. After a short period of time, maybe about 15, 20 minutes, he comes to what looks to be a dead end. He then places his hands upon the wall and begins to feel around on the grout. And as he does, he eventually just pushes hard against one of the large stone blocks holding up the wall. As soon as he does so, you can see that a staircase leads down and into the water. And as it does, underneath the actual water level, you can see a stone slide out of place. And underwater, a channel now opens that runs beneath the where the platforms are. You can see that the current starts to deviate instead of hitting this dead end and being still. There's now this kind of suction as the current starts to flow down into that new tunnel that Vranches has created. Without hesitation, he dives in, and you almost watch as the current just sweeps him up, and before long, he is out of sight.
Wouldn't he like scrape against the ceiling as he floats?
He has lots of metal that he's wearing.
Yeah, fair enough.
You just hear ching, 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 ching,
That's what I'm saying. Ow, 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 ow.
Uh-oh.
So, do we trust him? I guess we don't have a
Well,
choice.
no, and he's not exactly done stupid things or done untrustworthy things. Time to get covered in shit. And Tasha just leaps off and jumps in.
Were you still holding on to me?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you like threw me in. It's like
I
All right,
feel like
no,
him
very
almost
tempting,
killing
no.
Taisho is him being untrustworthy, but I'll jump in.
All right.
Ugh.
As you do, I presume you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. One by one, you all
Oh.
jump in, and as you do so, the current is incredibly strong. There are a few moments where you actually collide with the edges of the tunnel, but most of the edges
Ow.
here are curved rather than squarish, unlike the corridors that you had just left. There is a certain sense of falling that you currently have. Because the current seems to pull you downwards and upwards and twisting you around. You hear eventually the sounds of a massive surge of water coming from up ahead. As you turn your attention outwards, you see light currently at the end of like what looks to be like a long tunnel, maybe? You're not entirely sure. And suddenly you hear that roaring coming up as you are ejected.
Flushed.
Out into the night air.
Taisha knows exactly what's going to happen, and he just lies back, arms out, legs forward, and just lets gravity take him.
Nice. All right. With a heavy splash, you land in the bottom of what looks to be a basin at the end of a large waterfall. All right.
I run to the waterfall and clean up.
You came out of the waterfall.
Oh, I stay in the water.
So we're
to
still
clean
full
up.
of shit.
Yeah. No. Well, no. Basically, the garbage and the murk washes down the stream. You're in the basin as well, so you're currently wet. And by the time you swim over to the actual bank, you know most of the stuff is now just kind of washed off you.
Okay. Also, all the blood and like scabs and wounds.
I just
Yeah.
just lay down.
Flowers stuff.
Ugh.
They're going to be septic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taisha's going to move a little bit further up the bank, so he's not
My feet are
actually
still
on
dangling
sand.
in the
But
water. I don't
Taste-
have my it's just like
Yeah, Kaito sticks to the water's edge too. Probably not too far from Tamaki, actually.
All right. As you pull yourselves up, Vrantris says, "This is an emergency escape. This was used by the ninjas of our clan when we needed to remove ourselves expediently, though it has never been used before. Tell me,
Well, it worked.
you seemed to recognize the individual that was chasing us. Why is that? He says
Who is he
specifically to
talking to
Taisho.
Okay. That might be because I have, well, not necessarily recognized, more recognized by by acquaintance and story. You all meet it, Michael?
I understand. Though it seems as though the individual that is in your pursuit may possibly have had some affiliation with what had occurred at my village. I wish I could ask the Grand Master what he sought me to do. Perhaps I might have been able to defeat him.
You know that your Grandmaster is dead? There is this hopeful look in Taisho's face.
He looks at you, not understanding your words. The Grand Master is not dead.
He's right over there. Tamaki's now a little delusional. because
Question for you, Vrantris. The Grandmaster is not dead. Okay, fine, whatever. I presume that everybody else there is not dead, correct? They're simply hiding.
Incorrect.
Oh, they are dead.
Yes, they have shuffled the mortal coil.
Damn you, you bastard. Thank you.
That's just sometimes how people cope. They come up with lives and they start
Yeah,
believing
yes,
their
well,
own
that's-
untruths.
Yeah, that's not what I want to ask. If you know they are dead, what happened? How did you not die?
All right. At this point, we are taken to a scene slightly away.
Uh-oh.
A ninja village, hidden in the middle of the Nagaji jungle, teeming with men, women, children, moving around through the streets, hidden underneath the canopies and underneath the ruins of an ancient forgotten city. There, the men and women train as shinobi, assassins, spies, masters of stealth and guile. Large compounds where they exercise with the practices of using martial arts and weaponry. Labs and almost highly advanced chemical sets where they would practice the use of poisons and develop toxins and curatives. At its heart, a place that you had already been. A large, opulent-looking throne room with a veil that seems to cover a seated individual. A rather elderly but rather muscular old man. The Grandmaster is carving what you can only think is kind of like a scrimshaw or a small piece of like bamboo. And as he's carving it, some ninjas stand to attention in front of him. Grandmaster, the Oni Daimyo moves towards Nagajo. I think what he seeks are the scrolls. The scrolls. And you watch as the Grandmaster raises his hands to stop them from finishing. I know what he seeks, and he will not find it here. It has already been moved. Yes, Grandmaster. We understand that the Earthmaster has laid claim to it for now, but we need to leave. We need to have you come with us. No. The wood scroll is in safe hands. We were its keepers, and now it has fallen to another. Apparently there is one they wish to pass it on to, and no matter who ends up with it, we must make sure that things are in place. The times will change, and the Onis will fall. They go back to their readied stances. At which point there is the sounds of commotion. The Grandmaster gestures, and the ninjas immediately begin to move. There's chaos in the streets as the ninjas battle against these fruit-headed warriors, these rotten, kind of apple-headed creatures with razor-sharp teeth, kind of attacking the ninjas left, right, and center. For every one that is cut down, 4 more seem to bloom from this invasive kind of plant. You watch as this Oni with bright pink colors suddenly strides through the streets. As it does so, you hear the voice of Vrantris. Vrantris is trying to get children to cover. And that is when you see what Vrantris really is. Vrantris is a training dummy. One who is capable of perfectly mimicking the moves and martial stylings of the ninjas in this village. Never truly a ninja. He was never a target. Just an instrument or a tool. And he watched as the Oni assassin, the Sakura King, came into the temple where he had been hiding all the children. And he called for anyone to help. He called for the Grandmaster. Grandmaster, should I defend the school? Shall I protect the kids? And with that, silence fell. And Vrantris stood, attentive as always. We return to the burning campfire at the edge of the basin as Vrantris unveils the story of the Sakura King's first visit to the ninja village.
Is the Sakura King the master of wood? 'Cause
Boy,
I don't think. Oh no. We can't beat something like that.
we can't right now.
The Grandmaster was not the master of the style, merely the keeper of the scroll. Many moons before, an old acquaintance, another keeper of the sacred scrolls, claimed that they had found a true successor. At first, the Grandmaster refused, but then learning of the Oni Daimyo's plans to invade other regions within Tianxia, he had decided to send a copy. This, and you watch as he holds up his arm, and you realize that the middle section of Vrantris's arm looks very different to the rest of his makeup. It was actually the thing that the Grandmaster was carving. He opens up the compartment and reveals a scroll made entirely out of like this kind of almost like this. Well, in Australia we have paper bark. I don't know how to describe it properly, but think of like flaky paper, right? Like really delicate.
Papyrus.
Papyrus, yeah.
But as multi-layer, I'd say it's more like filo pastry.
Yeah. Kind of like paper is filo pastry. No, thank you so much for tuning in, by the way. Goblet Warlocks, a wonderful streamer. I'm just going to give you a quick shout out here. Sorry. There we go. There, go check them out. They were a lot of fun. They were a very fun hangout. All right. Yeah, this kind of like multi-layered papyrus is in the center of his arm. He said that the Grand Master mentioned even to read these scrolls requires some understanding of the styles. Otherwise, they, at least he knows for this one, it would destroy itself. I asked my master if I should keep it in his stead, and well,
Can you read it or?
no, for I am not the one who must master this style.
Who is?
That
Yeah,
I do
how
not
do
know. The Earthen Master and Keeper, they were the ones who knew who the true inheritors were.
Can you try to read it?
Or can anyone
Or
read
we
it?
could,
without
yeah,
it?
could we try to
Well,
read it?
just said, if the wrong person reads it, it might destroy itself.
Right.
Oh yeah, true.
It's not something you want to gamble with.
Does it react to who's the chosen person?
Wait.
I am uncertain. But if someone were to prove that they understood the style of the wooden stance, no, what's it called? I had a word for it. Dang it. He says the thing that I mentioned. Oh my god, thank you so much. Goblins
Yeah.
Warlocks gifting 5 tiers to the community. Oh, that's so
Nice.
wonderful. Thank you so much. Let's see, who do we have? Oh my god, and Nerds of the West coming in as well. So here we go. So Nerds of the West, subscribe for 2 months. Quiz Tori, Luboffin, Science Sam, and Chiudrelli. Thank you so much. Thank you for gifting all those subs to the community. It really does mean a lot and helps out so very much. In fact, I'm gonna also give you that because we gave to the community. I'm gonna give to you as well. Goblets and Warlocks, one player of your choice will get a natural 20 token. You may choose whoever it happens to be. It could be someone who has or does not have. Let me know who you would like to give a natural 20 token to. Okay. Yes. The wooden style is based off the wooden serpent.
That's definitely. I know for sure that that's not my style.
Has to be the
Surely
king.
a serpent is fluid and wood is solid.
That's
He takes-
true.
He takes a moment and looks around. And as he does, he walks over to a nearby tree. Slicing the vines from the tree, you watch as he begins to, kind of strip kind of multiple layers and then weave very, very quickly. His hands kind of work literally like machines kneading this rope. Now you've noticed before the sickles that Vrantris carries, and you watch as he ties this rope kind of to both ends of this these sickles. And as it does so, he drops it down and allows it to move and bend. And as he begins to display his aptitudes, he throws the one end of the sickle and uses both hands to then move the rope and twist its trajectory. So instead of moving in a straight line, it suddenly moves and curves. But not only does it move and curve, it then hits a branch that then causes it to bend 90 degrees. And as it does, you watch as a kind of like a melon kind of thing on a rock that's kind of been overgrown with plant suddenly gets cut in half from literally behind where Vrantris is standing.
Whoa.
Hey, Tamaki. You should take
Yeah.
lessons.
Yeah, that you could almost like the way he used that is almost like how you use your blade scarf.
That is literally what I was saying, Kaito.
He says, "I am not a master of any of the wooden style. Merely someone who is able to copy the styles of the other ninjas. The true master of the style of wood is, well, not here."
Vrantris,
Yes.
you are. So just to point out, Taisho has been quiet for until now. He has been quiet, just taking everything in. So he's got something to do. But he looks at Vrantris. Vrantris, you are now alone. What do you want to do?
For now, I will begin my journey to hunt down and kill the creature who had attacked my village. Knowing now that he is here in the forest, I will endeavor to make sure that he never leaves.
You will die.
I was never truly alive to begin with.
What is life? Is life consciousness? Is life the ability to think? Is the life the ability to talk? Or is it simply just a construct? If that is the case, then we are all constructs.
He ponders your words. He doesn't really have a response here. Now, Leo, I think you had something you wanted to say just before then.
Oh, I was just curious about how that works. You know, if we were to put another one of the elemental scrolls in that compartment, could you learn the other moves?
Potentially. You could show. You could try to like have him open the wooden scroll if you'd like.
I don't particularly want him to manipulate that because of what he said about it blowing up or destroying
No,
itself.
not the one in his
No,
arm.
not
the one that you guys
we
have.
have.
Oh yeah.
I'll go pull it out.
Just curious, you know.
Yeah.
Opening up the scroll, he begins to look it over. He reads it with an unearthly speed. And as he does, he immediately changes his posture and his stance. You watch as something changes. And with the sickle in his hand, once again, he starts to rotate it. But this time, as he does so, the sickle moves now as he twists it. But he no longer needs to make such large movements. He no longer needs to hit trees. It almost looks like the blade at the end of the rope is now just flowing like it's magic. Almost like it's literally just flying through the air exactly where he needs it to, in ways that don't seem to make sense in any kind of fashion. As this happens, you watch as he even has the sickle dive into the ground and then knit and sew into the earth itself. As he then pulls it tight, only to rip up a chunk of dirt. I think I understand what is within here.
Interesting.
That is when I hope it dawns on some of you that while Vrantris doesn't see themselves as a master, Vrantris has been copying the martial arts style of the ninjas who utilize the wood martial arts for decades.
Yeah.
And what is martial arts other than passing on those techniques and those styles?
Well, there's a
Yeah.
question there still. That's what I was interested in. He's clearly some kind of automatic learner. That doesn't mean he can teach.
Very true.
You could copy him. You could certainly learn a lot. But whether you could truly master the style from Vrantris, different question.
I just look at my scarf while he's doing all that, and I'm just kind of spinning it. I'm gonna try and copy him.
Make an acrobatics check as you
I
shake out your
should
scarf and you're like trying to.
Taisha moves away. He sees what's about to happen. He moves out of the rage.
Same.
15.
Good thing you did. It scratches some of the trees and stuff like that. It's a good attack. It's just it doesn't add anything to it. All
I'm
right.
still injured. No.
Well, Vrantris, if you do decide to march yourself, at least consider yourself a thinking being before you do.
He says, "I will ponder this. However, I will do what I can to keep the Sakura King from pursuing you further. I think the scroll that you have allowed me to see will inevitably help. I wish to give you something in return, if I may."
Yes.
You watch as he walks over to the water. Earth, sea, the place in between. Focus and calm your minds. Place all of your energy on the heel of your foot and roll it to the tips of your toes. Focus on the place between the wave and the earth. And you watch as he starts to walk on water.
What?
He now just stands with his hands kind of together on the actual surface. Even though there's like waves from the waterfall that's kind of like moving up and down, it doesn't seem to knock him. He seems to move up and down with the water itself. Almost like he's got like kind of like, like he's standing on like maybe mud.
I'm gonna look at the water to see if I can see me stepping on rocks.
I secretly keep to
Oh, you
myself.
cynic. Wow.
I secretly keep to myself. I actually can walk on water too, but I mean.
Hey, Kaito. Go on.
Yeah, go on.
I don't want to show
No,
off
wait,
my-
no. Sorry. Go on, without magic.
Oh, without magic. No.
Hey, it's water. It's your thing. Go.
Without
Go on.
magic, you can't do any of that.
Tasha's gonna walk up behind you and just push you in.
Kaito, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, well, wisdom check, should I say.
Oh, there it goes.
Grizz has the idea. Let him read all of the scrolls. Then
gosh.
send him
No,
out.
no,
to the
I'm way ahead of you, Grizz.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was my plan.
They're all our problems.
Yeah. No.
no.
Be it. Oh.
Splash!
These players there as well.
Grounds.
Liu will try it. Like, he's not taking part in the sort of stuff going on between Taisho and Kaito, but he's
Sure. Wisdom
yeah,
check.
Okay. Where are we? No.
Ooh, you kind of have it for a second, and then you slip into the water. You realize that there is something to it. There's like a space, a bounce that happens, but it's literally like a bubble. You feel it, and then it breaks under your feet. It's more like because you've got clawed talons as well, it's not the same as like focusing on the ball of your feet and then your toes. You've now got to kind of focus on the arch and the claws. Tamaki, do you want to try?
I'm gonna try, but Tamaki's kind of a little bit of a scientific guy too, because he's got the alchemical stuff. So he's gonna say he needs momentum. So he's gonna move back first.
You're gonna
And
try
then-
getting a running start.
Run and start, get up there, and try to go.
All right, wisdom check.
Ooh, 21.
All right, you actually make it. As you walk out, you kind of focus. You kind of think for the moment that you need to run, and as you do so, when you hit the water, you focus entirely on the movements of your feet. And as you do so, you realize that Vrantris didn't need a run up. And as you kind of get closer to Vrantris and realize that he's standing, you find yourself standing next to him. Almost as if your mind had almost rejected the fact that you were standing on water and now you're standing on solid ground. It works. So long as you can maintain your concentration, you can stand on
Oh wow,
water.
sweet.
All right. Now, if
That
you guys
was
wish
like-
to, sorry, a few seconds later, Tamaki, you into the water.
I was gonna say what would then happen is Taisha would just grab a rock and go,
He
"Hey,
breaks his
Tamaki, catch!"
concentration.
All right. Now, Vrantris is going to teach you the technique. It's the ninja water running technique. What you actually learn is that as long as you are moving, you are able to walk on water.
Yes.
Now, again, this will take a little bit of time, and there'll be varying degrees of this, which will evolve over the course of the campaign. But for now, as long as your character has moved at least 10 foot, you can walk on water. If,
Nice.
however, at any point in time you stop or do not travel that far, you will immediately sink.
Gotcha.
And yeah, the Vrantris will teach you this. You can
Yeah.
try to see how Vrantris is standing in the same spot, and you actually watch that his feet are actually moving left and right, like at an incredibly rapid pace.
I guess see the little twinkle toes is going.
Yeah. Basically bouncing that membrane without breaking it. And that's how Vrantris is standing in the one spot. But yeah, so that is what you guys are getting from training with Vrantris. As a thanks for helping him find the identity of his culprit and now focusing his attentions.
Look at that,
So we'll-
Tamaki. You
so-
did something kind of magical.
You're right.
Taisha will accept the lesson in the vein that it is given, but he's not going to necessarily take it in because he doesn't see this as. It's not that he doesn't see it as useful. He sees water as something that is not meant to be walked on. It is.
I'm
it is meant to be drunk
gonna
cooked.
say this because of that nature, you probably won't be able to learn it. Mostly
fine.
because again, it requires that acceptance and that communication between water and yourself. Which again, as Taisho is a fire oni, it makes sense. But
Exactly, it's difficult for him to see that, so he'll accept the lesson, but it's just
yeah.
this is not for
So
me.
basically, you just got wet a bunch of times, and you just got angry and frustrated, and it just kicked some stones. You know.
Oh no,
Um,
he wouldn't even bothered. He wouldn't even bother going in because he knows that it wouldn't have worked.
All right. I'm presuming the rest of you are staying up for a little bit to train. Yeah. Otherwise, the night goes relatively easy. By the end of it, again, everyone's got some basic water walking skills, which, as I mentioned, is now a permanent feature of each of your characters as a martial arts style, which is the ninja water run. You enjoy the rest of your evening in relative peace.
Tasha will look, but once there's a moment of sort of relaxation between the four of us, Tasha will pipe up, point at his legs, and go, "Can any one of you do anything about this?" And point out the fact that he's still petrified.
I still don't have any healing. We still need to actually like rest, and I don't know if my healing can work on that.
I might be able to. Would petrification be a disease or a poison?
Neither. It's a curse.
It's often a curse effect.
Oh,
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I don't think we have many things that can deal with curses. Does Vrantris? Does maybe he know anything about curses?
Vrantris does not.
Oof. We need to get to a place.
Yeah, that would be good.
All right.
Well, I don't know about the four of you three, but I need to sleep.
Mhm.
Oh no, this would
For sure.
be in the morning.
Oh,
Okay.
we're already.
Okay,
no,
okay, okay.
Cool.
You know what? 1 second, Taisho. Can you sit down for a sec?
He sits down.
Okay, I'm gonna get in front of his legs to try and kind of get a look at the petrified legs.
All right, you see them.
Okay, I'm going to put my hands together, kind of close my eyes, and I'm going to pray to Shizuru.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm going to use my wish that I had from before, from when I made the 1,000 cranes. I'm going to wish to Shizuru to fix my friend Taisho, if possible, if there is a way.
All right. So using your magic item for the witch ring.
No, it's the wish.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a ring. It was just a wish.
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry. My apologies.
Yeah. He just had a wish from folding 1,000 cranes.
Oh, right. I remember now. Yes. Very well.
I didn't know what to use it on, and I was like, I had all these ideas, and now I'm like, well, I'm like, if I could use the wish and pray to my god, maybe
All right.
it'll help fix Taisho.
Yeah, easy. In which case, in the morning, Taisho, your leg is now restored.
Wow. Thank you. Sorry. Did you just use god magic on me?
No. I asked a god for help. So it's not,
so
I guess in a sense, but
Yes.
my family's worshipped Shizuru for the longest time, and I figured maybe there's a shot.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank her. Wait, him. I always forget which Shizuru.
Well, thank them for
Oh, yeah,
for me. And you can see the sort of conflicted, confused look on Taisho's face with the fact that you have used the power of a god to heal his legs and therefore no
Just
longer
the
be
way you
petrified.
asked that too, like, did you just use god magic?
Disgusting.
He's surprised. He's very surprised because of his own. Well, I'm gonna stop there. It's just there is very much a case of he does. You can see Taisha doesn't know what to think about it. He's grateful. He is very grateful. He's try to say he does bring that across, but he's also now confused.
All right. Well, as you prepare to leave for the day, there are still a few lingering injuries among everyone. If anyone wants to conduct any healing, or if anyone wants to do anything in the morning, let me know. Otherwise, Vrantris will bid you farewell.
I would
saying
just
that,
be.
Okay, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'd be using some of my time to make some new potions and tools.
That's
Using
not
my
right.
alchemy.
It's fine to
Well, you
I said if you want to heal.
part of my
I would
healing.
love
I made
to
more
heal,
healing,
but I'm not sure anyone actually has medicine level high enough or even trained to make it.
I have trained
That is
medicine. Yes, I
unfortunate.
will. I
All right.
will attempt to heal you guys if you want.
Well,
Well,
for
also-
made
2
some new
minutes each, I
potions,
think that's a legitimate thing to do because I was
Well, I
on
also-
2 hit points last night.
I also made some more potions this morning with that. With
Also,
that
if we
one, so-
all still need some healing, I have a burst heal that I can do for everybody too, so I can heal us all in like one, like, go.
So once again, to reiterate, if anyone would like to heal, you may do so.
Yeah.
Not speculate on the fact that you can heal.
Yes, we
It
will.
is a do or don't moment.
Okay, so I'll give everyone a D8 plus 8.
All right, roll it.
Oh yeah, I have to roll it on people.
In chat. Chat's fine. I'll adjust it.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that's 12 healing. All right.
Or do you want me to do it for each individual person or for
that's
everybody?
fine.
Yay. I used the water from the pond to do it.
Done. You've pulled water out of the pond and you've, basically come down with a rain of healing that. All right. Is that it?
And if you guys are all willing to wait 10 minutes each, I can.
Yeah, you
spend
got
10
plenty of time
minutes on
if
each
you-
person, though.
yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll do a medicine check to treat wounds on everyone then.
All right.
including
Roll it.
myself.
Roll it in chat, and I'll apply it to everyone.
So I think I have to make a DC 15, and I'll have to do it 4 times for 4 different people. Starting with I'll do Taisho, Kaito, Lu, and then I'll do me last.
All right. Taisho, go.
Ooh, that's a 17.
All right. So that's 2d8.
Yep. So that's
Nice.
8. You heal 11 HP.
We can take some hits.
All right.
but Boy, can we patch ourselves
All
up.
right. Keep going,
afterwards.
Tamaki.
Kaito. No, actually.
Kaito is not healed.
It's not a,
Next. Keep
not
going.
a critical. Yeah.
Keep going.
Yep, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Liu. Ooh, that's a 26. I actually critically succeeded because
Indeed.
that's
So
10
that's
over.
4d8.
Yeah.
29.
29
That's full
HP.
health. Nice.
Whoa!
And
I wish you would
then,
have done that
8,
before I
5.
used my spell slot.
and then me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no! Well, I don't
Did you
critically fail. No, I rolled a 2, but I don't heal myself.
Yep.
So
All right.
I'm fine. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Ouch.
All right.
I'm mostly
Basically, I basically just bandaged me and Kaito up, but healed nothing for us. And then Taisho
Before-
and Liu were pretty good.
Before Francis moves off, Tasha will draw the trident that he's not going to draw. He's been holding it, so he'll simply say to Francis, "Have you any use of this?" And just hold the trident up.
He says, yes. It was, of course, a weapon of my master's. But perhaps it can still be of some use to you.
So thank you, and I wish you luck.
He bows at you before making his way back towards the waterfall.
Remember, you are a thinking being.
You are a very confusing individual. What? All right. As he makes his way back in, he leaps into the water, like he walks out into it, and then he dives into it. Okay. We return to the scene of the jungle as our heroes begin to prepare for their journey, as our heroes are now prepared for their journey.
So, anybody have a clue where we are?
Yeah, where's
Oh,
Fred?
shit. I should have
Oh,
asked.
no.
We should have asked it on the phone.
We're with that horse.
No, we still have. Oh wait, yeah.
And the cart was like destroyed.
Well, we can assume it's destroyed. Not with the Sakura King.
Yeah. No, Steve.
Yeah, Steve,
yeah.
not Fred. Yeah, Steve.
We still need to talk about this. We still need to talk about this. I was there. Sorry, Leo and Kaito. You don't know this because you weren't there. You did not see this, and also you can't see in the dark. Stupid.
An
If you
arrow
can't see in the
flies at
dark.
you.
What?
Run!
I don't notice it, so
As the arrow flies in your direction, it hits a nearby tree. It seems to be wrapped up in some kind of strange leather. And from around you,
Oh, jeez.
a series of reptilian creatures stand at the ready with bows, arrows, and spears. Reptilian tongues licking past their faces. You all know who these are. These are the Nagaji. Brawny biped humans who long ago believed that the Naga goddess Navilinati created their society, and the jungles around this region are theirs by birthright, hence the name Nagajo.
Well,
Wait! Don't shoot!
hey, we were talking here.
As you say that, they turn to you. Rasnos Kilfaras, Los Nototvaskians.
I don't think they like us. We are kind of trespassing in what they think is their land.
Hey,
No, I was kidding.
yeah, Snake Boy. Yeah, I can't speak snake. I have no idea what you say.
As you say this, one of their numbers seems to have stepped forward. This one more reptilian than the others. Looking much like this. Folks from the cities, we do not often get such visitors. But your tongues lack respect. These jungles are not yours, and you are not welcome with your hostilities.
We understand that. We're not hostile.
You carry weapons.
We didn't attack you.
You speak with weight carried by those who do not understand their place.
Okay, it's one of them. Fine. So
What?
Tasha will just ready the trident, and if any of them, if any of them decides to attack, he will attack.
They
Doesn't
they see
need
you,
to
they
go
see
this
they watch as you
way.
get your weapons ready, and you watch as they all just start to make this strange noise. You're not entirely sure what it is. It could be aggressive. It could be, kind of I don't know. It could be warish, etc. And you watch as this individual sort of once again looks at you up and down. He says, "This is where you are sorely mistaken. You think strength is about your warrior's prowess. Here, that means nothing.
Hey, we just want to go through. You're the ones that attack. You're the ones that shoot at us. You're the ones
This
that
is
attack
our
us.
home. Much
We don't-
like we will not let some oaf one through our house, you will not move through here. Die, knowing your
Well, that is
folly."
a-
And they don't attack. But what they all simultaneously do is they begin to pour liquid onto the ground. And as this happens, I'm going to burn 2 of my jinx points.
No, it's not burning us with acid.
No. But the chemical that they've just placed onto the ground begins to bubble and boil. The area around you is suddenly bathed in a purple fog that slowly starts to rise. As it does so, red pot marks start to appear on any pieces of exposed skin. I don't know how much exposed skin each of you have, but looking
That's basically everything for Taisho.
Yep.
Everybody into the water.
Okay.
All right. The scene is yours. Let's go into initiative and find out what you guys do.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Starting off with the individual who was talking to you. Who just steps forward through the fog right up to Taisho.
just
And that is
casually
all he
walks
does.
up.
He just looks at you, and you watch as his eyes sort of start to take on that hypnotic snake kind of look. He is just watching you.
Taisho just watches him.
All right. Liu, you're up next. But Liu, before we go into your turn, what's Liu's reaction to all of this? Obviously, Taisho did not give anyone like 2 seconds to even be able to react here. What's Liu's reaction here?
Liu he has a fairly well imbued sense of place. Like that probably takes more of his backstory than I can really explain here, but he kind of knows this is Nagaji. It isn't our place, it is their home, and the main thing he wants to do is get out of here and get to the coast.
Make a society check for me, please.
Sure, I'll try.
Come on, crit it.
Yeah, I have no modifier whatsoever.
Okay. You know that a long time ago, the people of other Tianese nations tried to settle Nagaji. In order to do so, they cut down large swaths of jungle and trees and stuff like that. They basically bulldozed a bunch of stuff. And all of the people that were here, they basically just went to war with. Hence the ruins that you see around the place. Oh, and Goblet Warlock wants to also remind you that you have a Nat 20 that I forgot to mention as well. But you do have a Nat 20 that you were gifted.
Oh, I do, don't I? Wow. Thanks. I'd missed that.
Sorry, no, I realized we were so into the moment I completely forgot. That's on me, not on you. But thank you, Goblets Warlock, for the donation and for the Nat 20. Now, you know that despite all of this this happening to their people, they for the most part were about reclusiveness. Right? They did not want to go and retaliate. They didn't want revenge. They wanted to be left alone. This, in terms of hierarchy, they understood the different methods that people would display respect, right? For your being in Goka and being in the civilized world, bowing, for example, is a sign of respect. Bowing on your knees while you're on the ground with your prostrated is a sign of guilt or remorse. But in Nagaji, you learnt that revealing the palm of your hand while at the same time bowing with your coat or whatever you're wearing opened wide was a sign of you requesting mercy, or you requesting their I mean, mercy not in the sense of like, please spare me, but mercy in the sense of I am at your what do you call it? will, that kind of thing. It's like you decide what to do with me here. That's the nature of it. It's the polite and formal way of doing it in the lands of Nagaji. It's exposing your underbelly and revealing the palm of your hand to say that I'm not here to fight you.
Yeah. All right. Well, you will absolutely do that. He'll actually sort of just wrench open the front of his gi so that his chest is displayed, and then he'll bow with his hands out, and he'll sort of go. I think it was Tamaki, the staff. Plant the staff. The tree staff.
Plant it?
Show them that we have a friend here.
Oh.
And to the priest, he'll say, we understand this is not our land. This is your home. And we should not have entered without your permission. This is the first time we've made contact with your people. We don't want to stay or intrude. We seek only passage to the coast.
Okay. I like that. We'll come back. We'll circle back. Kaito, what is your reaction when Liu says and does this?
He doesn't know why, but he'll mimic it just in case.
Sure, you
Pull
pull
up like, we no harm. We don't want to fight. We just went through, a lot of trouble. We just want to reach our goal.
Tamaki?
I plant the staff in the ground and do the same thing.
All right. For the time being, the Nagaji soldiers seem to kind of just watch what you guys are doing. Taisho?
Is going to step
I
back.
No.
No.
Are you going to step...
Taisho,
are you going to step back?
He recognizes the tense situation.
If you want, there is a perception check for effectively getting insight or sensing motives and stuff like that.
He recognizes a tense situation. He doesn't understand what's going on, and from his position, he can't see what the others are doing because he's engaging with the guy in front. There's a threat in front of him, so he's looking straight at the threat. So he doesn't know what the guys behind him are doing, per se.
I think you would have heard. I think you would have heard you and all that. And keeping in mind,
I'd have heard.
and keeping in mind, like in the way it works, it's kind of like all round vision. The other thing is don't forget, as part of the Oni culture, you are cultured, right? Oni aren't.
Okay, right.
Oni have their culture. Remember, you've got literally a hierarchy system based on the fact that you've got a daimyo in your society as part of a major thing. You understand things like, going up to the big boss and sort of, spitting on his, walking into an, like, think of it like thug, like, Yakuza kind of rules. You've walked into the wrong bar, and then you basically said, I don't give a damn about you.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk through this place and there's nothing you can do about it. And then he's got all his boys rocking up with the big tattooed guy right in front of you. You understand the situation.
Yeah,
you you grasp it just in a
Gotcha.
different way.
Yeah, big boss has gone. Big boss has gotten pissed and gone. Oh, and big boss has gotten pissed. So Taisha will sheath, for want of a better words, the trident, because you can't really sheath a trident. He will put up the trident in a way. And he'll stance. Oh yeah. Well, no. He's not going to get into a defensive stance. No.
So as you put the scythe away, I'll say that you can look and you can see the others and how they're behaving. Literally, it's everyone but you, but it's up to you if you want to.
Yeah, there's literally everyone but me.
You obviously don't have a thing to rip open, but yeah.
No, it's just this.
Yeah, just.
But he will.
Open his chest.
No, he will imitate what everybody else is doing. There's a lot of muttering under the breath, but he sees what's going on around him. He's not that stupid.
All right. As this happens, the Nagaji soldiers move forward. And Brandtress is gone. I don't need you there anymore. Thank you. And as they do so, with the exception of the one that's been talking in common to you, the Nagaji bite you all on the neck.
Ah,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Now,
turn into Nagaji. No,
As this happens, you can feel venom pumping into your veins. For the most part, you guys will take a little bit of damage unless you have poison resist. That is
No.
6 points of damage. But
Ow.
as soon as that happens, the mottled red marks on your legs start to retreat and subside.
Ugh.
Wait, so their poison was an antidote.
You watch as the large serpent individual says, looking over Taisho's shoulder, "Perhaps this one, who seems to understand and respect the ways of others, should be speaking. Perhaps it is my fault for talking to the soldiers." And he moves past you, like drifting away from you. And he walks
Yeah,
over
that's
to
fair.
Liu. "You understand our frustrations and angers. And you have come at our mercy. And why should we allow it?"
I understand a little only. My people have their own place in the mountains, and well, human settlers there are intrusive. I don't understand your culture well at all, but I can understand your frustration.
Someone comes to our lands and claims they know nothing. It's good to finally meet someone who is honest, at least.
Actually, I was just thinking to Maki here. He's something of an alchemist. He could really learn from your medicinals and knowledge of poisons and toxins. Not that I think it would be great for him to learn some of the nastier things. That would be dangerous. But anyway, sorry, off the topic.
He
I'm
licks
a bit
his tongue and
nervous.
he says, "In which case, bird who seeks to know more, the Nagaji do not speak of their value. It is considered to be rude to boast oneself. We only excel by accepting and excelling others. And we do not talk on empty stomachs." He turns and he walks. The soldiers walk as well, and it is up to you as to whether or not you wish to follow. But it seems as for the most part you have been given a reprieve. However, the fog is growing here, and the weird thing about this toxin is it has no effect on the plants and animals in the vicinity.
I definitely think it'd be wise if we followed.
Yeah.
So you are the leader, oh commander of soldiers.
Oh, please don't. Taisho,
There is a very wry smile upon Taisho's face.
I'm serious though. Tell me, Tamaki, that your curiosity isn't burning right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, like, they just injected us with like venom that cured us. Like, what the heck? Oh my god. I can't think straight. What's happening?
Well, we need to follow them. It's
Yes,
hospitable, it's courteous, and we still don't know where we are.
Yeah.
True.
So,
Plus, they might be able to help us find the island.
Or just find our way anywhere.
Yeah,
To
true.
be honest.
We just need to know.
Out of the jungle. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
Let's go.
we will follow.
All right. You begin to follow deep into the woods. Now, by this stage, let me see if I can show you guys the map of Tianxia. There we go. All right. So, on the map, and let's very quickly just go into our drawing mode real quick. All right. So, you have made your way from Nanzu across the fields into Nagaji. From Nagaji, you have made it pretty much to there, at which point you have taken the river and ended up in a basin around here. And this was where the village of the ninjas was. Somewhere around here. Which is where you were taken
We're making
by.
progress.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So that's kind of where you guys are roughly. Now,
Sure.
as you guys are navigated, you are taken south towards the mountains. As you slowly but surely make your way, you are told, do you know why the Nagaji or the Nagaji honor each other so much?
Mm,
Is this a story?
No, but I would guess it's because the jungle is a place that. How can I put this politely? Well, it demands a lot of people and creatures to survive, and it's easier together.
Very good.
It has a symbiotic relationship.
It is because we accept our own weakness. Sometimes the strongest beasts can be felled with a single drop of poison. This is the way of the Nagaji. This is why, with the Nagaji, everything is about gratitude and respect. He finally arrives at a large, kind of like a grove almost. You can see a variety of beautiful, vibrant colored flowers and trees. And as he does so, he says, "This forest is the birthplace of our clan. Mind your step, for each must be filled with an appreciation and gratitude." And he walks forward with the other Nagaji soldiers. All right, tell me how you would like to proceed.
Liu will look at the others and he'll start walking forwards, but he's walking very, very slowly.
All right.
Essentially, what he's doing is he's pausing before each step to think of something that he is actually grateful for. So he goes 5 steps reasonably quickly and then sort of pauses and goes,
All right. You try to hold gratitude in your mind as you continue to walk forward. I need you to make a will save. First step. Second step. Third step. Fourth.
Nice.
Yeah,
The
Liu's
forest-
pretty focused.
The forest is welcoming, and as you step forward, you can actually see what looks to be a like a ruin kind of thing. But as you get closer, you realize that the ruins are still occupied, and you can actually see a small village of the Nagaji here. It's almost as if a mist was clouding your mind up until the point that you got to this point. and then now it's been revealed to you. You watch as the serpent individual, whose name is Appa, actually. Yes, it is actually Appa. He looks over, and if a snake could smile, that's kind of what he's looking at. He's like, I knew I had a good feeling about this one. Who would like to go next?
I feel like I have a pretty solid gratitude or something that he can latch on to.
All right.
Yeah, I'll step forward, thinking about Yenlo and how grateful Kaito is to him.
Make a will save as you step forward.
Oh, yeah, it was a save. Oh shoot, I forgot. Will's not great.
Will's not great.
You take your steps forward,
Yeah,
and you also manage to see the village.
John Kaito, I was worried about your focus.
As soon as you break focus, no. All right. Who wants to go next?
Taisho, do you want to go? Otherwise, I can. You know,
Taisho, you watch. Since it's two of us here, and well, all of you can see this. Taisho is standing there at the threshold, and he is busy trying to figure out what is gratitude, because he doesn't know what that is. But he does understand respect, and he does understand the respect of another culture, even though it's not something he understands, but he understands the respect of it. And he will do that. He will show the greatest respect he knows in the only way he knows. And what he will begin to do is he will begin to take off every piece of armor that he has, every weapon. They will be laid down on the ground beside him. And he will then get down onto his knees and basically kowtow head first on the ground in front of the boundary. So it's effectively to this village, and remain there for a moment before getting back up and putting everything back on, and then proceeding in.
All right. I need a will save from you.
Sure. Okay. 18.
You are suddenly and very abruptly surrounded by a pitfall.
Oh jeez.
That's about on point.
At the bottom of the pitfall is a massive array of spikes and basically just these vicious, nasty looking jagged pieces, almost like bramble. That's what I'm looking for, bramble. As you immediately begin to plummet. Now, for everyone else, it just looks as though Taisho is being subsumed by the floor. As you begin to fall, it is an impossible distance. So you've got 10 rounds to tell me what you would like to do as you fall to your supposed death.
10 rounds. What is he going to do for these 10 rounds? Well, the first round is him going, what the fuck is going on? Oh shit.
Oh, yeah. So, by the way, just to clarify, the hole didn't appear where you are. It almost appears as though you are now in the center of the pit that has just magically appeared around where you are.
Yeah. And
again, like I said, everyone else has just watched him sink into the ground.
I got you. No, it's definitely a case of what the fuck is going on. Oh crap. Okay.
Oh, actually, that's a good idea. All right,
he's going to react in the only way he knows possible, and that's to try and how wide is this pit?
It is 40 foot wide.
Okay, he's never gonna fucking reach. Excuse me. He'll yell out and say, "I do not know what is gratitude. Help me here."
All right. You continue to plummet. Tamaki, Liu, Kaito, you guys watch Taisho disappear.
He just disappears, but there's still a floor.
Yeah, well, from what you can see, there's still ground, yeah. And Liu and Kaito literally just walked on it.
I'm like, what?
He would sort of double back and hurry to the spot where Taisho was.
Okay. As you do so, are you keeping that gratitude in your mind, or has that?
Trying to.
Let's make a will save and see if you do.
All right.
It's tough. It's a tricky thing. It is a very, very hard thing. But you can hear Taisho, by the way, as well. And it does sound like he's getting further and further away.
Ooh.
What were you focused? What was the thing you were grateful for, Liu? Just as before I set the DC here.
Interestingly enough, he's grateful for Taisho, for the way that Taisho has proven himself to be a reliable friend and colleague over the last however long they've been traveling together.
So probably been about a month. About a month now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, nope, that's fine. You make the DC and you step out onto the floor. You kind of look at the ground. You even, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna say you dig up some of the dirt, and it's solid dirt. Like, it's not like it's an illusion or anything. It's just, yeah, you've got clumps of like soil in your hands, but you can still hear him. And yes, he can still hear you.
Yeah.
It's coming from below
I
you.
assume so.
Tamaki tried to cross this,
Taisho, what's going on?
Do I hear that?
Yeah. You can. Look, I'm not gonna go with realism here. You guys can hear each other quite clearly, mostly because I don't want to kill Taisho, but I will.
Oh no, Taisho's a dumbass, so he's.
Oh no, it wasn't dumb. No, it wasn't dumb at all. The thing is, there's a massive difference between respect and gratitude. And that's the only thing that came down to it. And the DC is set about what you're grateful for, and how grateful for it are you is, what fluctuates it. But not having any is just straight away. Just.
I got you. I know what you're talking about, but Taisho is.
Yeah. All right. So, Taisho
he's
does
a bit
hear
of a
that coming
knucklehead,
from Liu, saying, "What's going on?"
I'm falling.
I can hear you, but not see you. What? How can you be falling? The ground's solid.
Taisho, looking up, it looks as though Liu is above you and just kind of floating in the air.
Well, I can see you, but there's nothing out. What are you standing on?
Oh dear.
That, by the way, this will count as round 2.
Of course.
He's still constantly falling. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And just to add a point, add a point to this, some of the briar that has reached out around scratches you and deals 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh jeez, he's taking damage on his way down too.
Gratitude, Taisho. You got to think of something you're thankful for.
What are you happy about?
Think about the people who've taught you things, like how Yanlo had that little ball that he was squishing between his fingers, and the Oni without the third eye at the shrine. The people you've learnt from. Don't you feel something towards them?
Yeah, they're awesome people, and I am thankful for them. But
make another will
save.
What?
Hold that.
Okay.
Make another will save. All of a sudden, Liu, you are now standing on Taisho, who is like face down, covered in like little thorns. You kind of like, boop, like kind of appears right next to where you are.
Hey, get off me! What the?
All of a sudden, make another will save.
Tamaki needs to pass.
All right, you managed to hang on to your gratitude a little bit more than get distracted by throwing Leo off you.
But it's just he's in the moment, so hang on, he's just starting what's off me. What?
Yeah. All right. But yes, you're standing there, and again, now you can actually see the village with all the Nagaji, who, by the way, a great deal of them have just come to just watch what's going on.
Taisho is visibly confused.
Don't be too
yeah.
scared. Don't
Yes.
don't let it think. Don't dwell on it. Think about it.
Liu will jump back, sort of just reach down, pat Taisho on the shoulder. I'm grateful you're okay. He says it very deliberately, and then just grabs him and hauls him out of the way.
All right, Tamaki, you're still on
Thank
the other
you.
side.
Yeah, I know. All right, so
Join
I'm
us,
grateful for
Tamaki.
join us. No, just- I have to be grateful for Liu, Taisho, and Kaito. If I never would have met them, I never would have gone on this great, like, I would have never had all these good experiences. Like, I'm thankful for them three. I'm thankful for the TNG as a whole, because if TNG didn't exist, like, obviously I would probably be somewhere else.
Look, Tamaki, you're just trying to cross the field, not be Miss America, okay?
Whatever.
If you tell me you want world peace, we're done
I'm
here.
thankful for the group, and I'm thankful for just the group.
Good, excellent. All right, make a will save. All right.
Uh-oh.
Nope, that's fine.
Oh no!
That's
okay.
actually fine.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I was like, oh,
again,
shit,
it depends. It depends on a number of different things, like believability, how tangible it is, and how you can hold on to those feelings with the group here, and that being a genuine sense of thankfulness, especially given when you were separated back in the mountains, where you were trapped in the cave without them, and then them actually coming to save you, and you managing to kind of escape and stuff like that. There are a number of moments that really ring true to Tamaki. So for me, that is a very strong connection as well. And so yeah, that's 13's fine. So as you make your way into the village, you can see that it's not a village of warriors, not by a long shot, right? There are kids playing in the streets. They've got some goats, that they're kind of like, like people have like pet goats that they use for milk and all that sort of stuff. They can see some small like chicken coops and things like that. It looks like kind of like almost like a hovel in a way, but everyone seems to carry themselves with a certain level of dignity as they move around. You can see that there are lots of people working together. They're building more structures for people's houses. People are sort of just giving, like somebody comes out with like this big tray of rice balls. And just starts handing it out to people. Anyone who walks up to the streets, even when you walk past, they hand you a couple. You realize very quickly that there is no currency exchange here. There is no one asks for anything. It's just, this is an expected to give to others, to do things for others, because that's just what everyone seems to be doing. Once you make your way to the center of the town, the guards sort of break off. They basically say, will you be okay? In Draconic, by the way, for anyone who speaks it. And the person that you've been speaking to says, yes, no, I will be fine. Just go home and rest, and we'll figure out what to do in the morning.
Looking around, is there goat yoga happening too?
I imagine that there would be some form of martial training or yoga, in a way.
Goat yoga.
As you arrive, the serpent man says, "So, you have come to Nagaji in order to pass through. A curious endeavor, given that the way you are traveling leads nowhere." And as he says this, you realize that climbing down the tree is a very familiar monkey that seems to be carrying a fruit. He hands it to the snake, and the snake says, "Thank you." And he breaks it in half, giving half to the monkey and then eating half himself.
So you were the leader then, correct? Of this town? Of this village?
No.
Oh.
There is no such thing.
Okay.
My brothers and sisters and friends and family, rely on my ability to speak the foreign tongues. I am Appa. It means father or grandfather.
I kind of looked at Taisho, Kaito, and Lu, and I kind of point to myself, like, is it okay if I introduce myself?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
as your actual
yes.
name? Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. I think that's okay. Yeah.
Okay, I turn to Tapa. I say, I am Tamaki Kai of the Tamaki family.
He kidnaps you, puts a bag on your. No, it's fine.
Let go! No, I'm not. I'm not here on behalf of my family. I come here with these three. We're trying to find the masters.
Take a moment
the
to explain
scrolls.
about the scrolls of the elemental masters and the keepers the keepers of the elemental scrolls, of which you are now bringing to the elemental masters to try and learn to gain the powers to defeat the Oni daimyo. Appa looks a little bit befuddled.
Sorry, I know it's a lot to.
He starts by saying, as we mentioned, one does not discuss things on an empty stomach.
Right. I'm sorry. We'll talk later.
He notices that each of you have rice balls and haven't eaten.
Oh.
Now, do you just eat it, Tamaki?
I'm nervous. I just go to and I look to see what he does.
Nothing.
Lou
He
will
just
just reach
watches
out and
you.
go. Whoop, just wait.
Okay.
Say thank you for the food first. Then we eat.
Ooh. And I'll say it in Draconic as more respect. And then I'll see what he does.
Nothing. He eats a fruit.
Okay. And then I'll eat it.
All right. I need you to make a will save.
Oh gosh. More poison. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Nope, that's fine.
25.
Grateful for the food as you eat it, even though it's just a plain rice ball.
Oh my God.
Okay, for those of you who have eaten rice is a starchy and very kind of it's a grain, right? But as you bite into it, the hydration in it, you almost feel as though your body was dehydrated until you started eating this. Your body just suddenly, like the rice, starts to grow and sort of expand and fill out, and you feel like not only full but thirsty as you. Sorry, not full, but you've quenched. That's the word. You feel full and quenched as you eat this this rice bowl. In its center is several pieces of honey glazed pork.
Ooh.
That just drips, and it's like sticky but not overcooked, and it's soft, and as the fat mixes with the sugar, it just is delightful.
Yum.
Yum.
He continues to eat, and watches for the rest of you. Damn it! Now I want rice balls.
Yeah, I know.
Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, me too. You're making me hungry.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
as soon as this ends, I'm definitely gonna grab some now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely eat, especially after hearing that
All right.
description.
So, maintaining gratitude is all about is this entire forest, and as you are eating, he explains. Actually, all of you make a will save, except for Tamaki, just so we see if anyone does fail to be
They fall in the hole again.
to be gratitude. No, it's not the hole. It's not the hole this time.
Oh no!
Ooh,
Oh,
Kaito.
no. Oh, no.
I'm kind of
very
hoping
grateful,
that Taisho.
I swear.
I'm kind of hoping that Taisho does fail because it'd be kind of on point for him.
No. All right. You all eat this delicious thing. Now, Kaito, as you go to eat it, right? Almost immediately, almost as if like eggs are breaking in your hand, the rice kind of cracks and breaks and falls. Like you kind of put it in your mouth, and it kind of has this very off taste, like almost like dirty dishwater kind of thing. You look at your hands and you realize for a split moment you forgot the gratitude and you thought how delicious Tamaki's one looked. And that fleeting moment was what it took for it to decay in your hands. Upper explains that this is a very special forest. It is on the back of a great and powerful lion. It's got the head of a lion and the back of a turtle. And the ancient Nagaji were its keepers. Eventually, when the lion grew old and tired, it went to sleep here beneath these lands where the mountains grew and the forest spread. This entire forest is a part of that creature. And anyone who is not grateful in some way are denied its gifts. And that is for everything. Water will turn to mist. Food will turn to ash. The ground beneath you will simply cease to be. All of these things are built upon gratitude, and this is why we were very, let's say, aggressive towards people cutting down the Nagaji forest and trying to settle. This place is sacred to us, and we are grateful for the gifts that it bestows us. And sometimes saying that one is grateful is not as important as being able to show one gratitude. You are the first people to have arrived and claim to know nothing, which is a far cry better than those from the city who claimed to wish to enlighten us to the ways of civilization. The Nagaji are not venomous, skin-stealing monsters as people would let you to believe. And we are grateful to have met people willing to listen. I invited you here in hopes that as an exchange for your passage through and over our lands, that not only can we teach you how to safely navigate it, but that you may be able to tell others that not all Nagaji are violent inclined.
Of course.
Yeah, I'd gladly declare that.
Taisho is on the floor right now, sitting and listening rapt to Appa.
Some more people come out with some food. Some of the kids even come and start like sitting down and like listening to the story, and some of them these guys have no sense of personal boundaries. Like the children are just on top of you. Like some of them have even started like poking at your trident. Others have sort of started tugging on your scarf a little bit. But the thing is, it's one of those things that, as it's explained, if they're here, then even at this young age, they're grateful. They're grateful for meeting new people. They're grateful for getting to see you and getting to be with you, getting to hear the story. They're grateful for literally everything. As the story concludes of the forest and the like, they say that that the master that you seek. Presuming you mentioned that you're heading to the ocean.
Yeah, we were to summarize about the scrolls.
Yeah, the master that you seek is not a stranger to their people, but the area between her has been overrun. A rather hateful race of creatures known as the Sahajin have taken to attacking the coastlines. She has offered to help and has been fighting them along the coasts, but that is beyond the reach of our ways, as we are not among the violent Nagaji. There are some who are, and some who will definitely fight. And we have not heard from her in some time.
Well, we definitely need to help her.
How soon should we go? Because I know we gotta. I'm grateful to you guys letting us be here.
The journey is either very short or very long, depending on how grateful you are for the journey that you travel.
I
It
can
is
understand a little why the other would-be settlers had so much trouble. Without a spirit of gratitude, it would be a difficult land, and what should have been an understanding would turn quickly to resentment.
As it did. Even many of our kin turned to that same violent way. And some of them became grateful for other things. Grateful for a chance to exude their bloodlust. Grateful for the opportunity to spill more. But we are not all like this. Nor were we always that way. I do not blame outsiders, though some do. And you can kind of see among like the women and children here, there are definitely some parents out there, you know, like among the people who are like, you know, no, don't go talk to them and stuff like that. But when Liu, when you showed that you wished to learn and that you understood the importance of it, I saw an opportunity. I ask a selfish question from an old man. My son went to the coast to aid the master of the waves. Would you travel, and upon your journey, should you see him, convince him that violence is not the answer, and that he should return to his people?
And what was his name?
His name is Finis.
I mean, we'll absolutely talk to him.
Thank you.
We have to find him first, but
Right.
there is always hope.
And
He says, I am thankful that you are willing to try. Now, you wish to ask us about poisons, I believe.
Oh yeah.
The poisons,
Oh,
the poisons that we used on you earlier on is called the crawling mist. It is a unique compound that we get from a wellspring in the mountains here. When mixed with the soil, creates a very potent toxin that causes irritable itching. However, our venom serves as a counteragent, as it is a stronger type of venom. As the saying goes, sometimes you need poison to fight poison.
Okay.
We have a technique which I would be willing to share with one of you. But you may never fulfill this unless the absolute direst of circumstances were to come to pass.
Of course.
He says, who would like to learn this?
I would love to learn it. I'd be super grateful if you could teach me.
All right. So, he says, I am going to teach you the technique known as the kokudo. Oh, sorry, kodoku. Now, he takes you to a room where there is a large jar, and the jar is just shaking. He says, to create the Kodoku, sorcerers from our tribe mix all of the most poisonous creatures that we can find and place them into this jar, allowing them to kill one another. They continue to do this until only one survives. The fluids of the insect who survive are then used and distilled into that poison.
Jeez, cool.
It is a terrible loss of life,
Yeah.
and we are grateful for each sacrifice that is made. But the poison itself does not attack the body or the mind. It attacks the very essence of a person. Doing this ritual can curse someone to great misfortune for an eternity.
What?
Don't use this incorrectly.
No shit.
It may also provide a death curse.
Is anyone else afraid that we just gave this to Neil?
All right. However, through gratitude, it can also be turned into the greatest boon. If gratitude is in your heart, it can provide good fortune and good luck as a luck charm. But as you have seen, gratitude is not something easily kept. You continue to watch the jar rattle, and he basically takes out a few strips of sealing parchment that are used for the lid of the jar to make sure it doesn't open, and hands it to you so that you can learn to make copies of it. And you have now
sweet.
learned how to make a Kodoku.
Be very careful.
How do you spell that?
Kodoku.
Okay, I was wrong.
Goggo.
Go, go, go.
Google Mobile. Fine.
It's
So
not
it was an
a particular
insurance
we
ad.
had here, yeah.
Yep, it's an insurance ad for ages ago. All right. Okay.
Wow.
So you may choose to rest until you are fully healed in this village, which I would recommend. But for the most part, you have made firm allies in these individuals for the time being.
Yay.
Anything you wish to learn or practice or talk to or interact with, you may do so. Otherwise, I think we are good to wrap up our stream.
Yeah, the only thing that Taisha would want to do is that knowing that Appa is the father and therefore has lots of stories, would try and engage him as much as possible to listen to all the stories he has.
He'd be more than happy to tell you. He shares a number of stories ranging from the lion turtle and its journey to Tianxia, to basically the stories of the face stealers of Nagaji and their abilities to kind of like intimidate people. So what they would do is they would kidnap folk, steal their faces, and then impersonate them, luring other people out into the woods. Tells you a bunch of cautionary tales of like young children. Lots and lots of these kind of like, it's basically like listening to like a bunch of the Grimm's fairy tales kind of stuff.
And he's just lapping that up. He
Um,
loves he is loving every moment of it.
Oh, as are the kids. The kids are the kids.
I was going to say,
yeah.
he's going to be crawling in kids.
Yeah, you are crawling in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Taisha just doesn't care. He's just really enjoying the storytelling.
He's like a
you
really
also
big
know,
kid.
And also, one of the things you notice behind you is sitting kind of bow-legged, like paying attention. Like, Taisha, you didn't notice this originally, but, you know, now you kind of look around. You see what looks to be a skeleton.
Oh, jeez! Why do you do this to me? It's well, in a moment when he's not pestering Appa for stories and just more and more stories. He will go and take a gander at this skeleton.
Oh, the skeleton is sitting and listening to stories right next to you.
Oh,
Wait, listening?
right.
Seems to be.
Well, who are you then?
As you say that, the skeleton kind of turns and looks you in the face. And then says, you see nothing? Nothing at all.
I think Edward just died.
Yeah, you killed Edward.
I just like the idea of Kaito just slowly turning and being like, huh, there's a skeleton. Weird.
Yeah.
Do you need a second?
This is what happens when it's 3 a.m. and you get hysterical.
It is very true.
You bastards! That's twice you've got me now.
All right, and the skeleton you see is... Here we go. Looks like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there he is. And he says, you see nothing? I'm not even here.
Yes, you are. I would just reach out and poke him.
As you do so, you poke him, and he looks at you and goes, "What's that? A distraction?" As he blows the trumpet loudly in your ear. It's very sudden. And as he does so, all of a sudden, he begins to flee. And as he runs away, Taisha, are you chasing him? Like after he blows a trumpet in your ear?
Are you still on?
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck was this? Hey, what? Hey, you're scared. What?
All right. And we will come back next week.
Yeah.
Where we get to see the glorious return of Hugh Mann.
Yeah.
Who was our secret menu item from Neil earlier on. Thank you so much. Yes, it was Grizz. It was the secret menu item. This was awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. We have gone a little bit over time, so we are going to wrap up. But I wanted to say a very quick shout out and thank you to all of our sponsors. Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks that you can see on screen. Fantasygrams for the VTT of our choice. Sirenscape for the beautiful sound set that you have heard over the course of the day. And to everyone who came and rated us, Malakisa, and of course our new friends over at Goblet Warlocks. Guys, if you ever do collabs, just let me know. Hit us up. You ever need Aussie, friends and stuff like that? I'm a great place to be. All right. Thank you to my wonderful Patreons, of which I would not be able to do this without you guys are inspirations. Thank you so much for being a part of the show and doing this. Of course, we do know that we will be saying farewell to our lovely Rick very soon. But we thankfully have a nice conclusive wrapping tale to tell, so that we aren't just saying goodbye. We are saying till next time. Now we're gonna go and raid someone. Who we gonna go and raid? Who is up and doing stuff? We are gonna go and raid. Don't run a 1-minute ad, Michael. That's not what you want to do. Ooh, we have Lord Gazumba, but I feel like we raided them a lot last week. We love Lord Gazumba, don't get me wrong, we absolutely do. But what about? Let's see who's doing stuff. Captain Robear's doing stuff. Where are all my D&D folks at? Hops and Dragons. Ooh, I do like Hops and Dragons. Hops and Dragons?
Phoenix Iwaki.
Yeah, Phoenix is doing stuff.
Got the Kalmar Realm.
Phoenix is doing stuff. Actually, there are a lot of people doing stuff.
Got Kalmar Realm on my side, I think.
All right, you know what? Let's go. Yeah, let's go hang out with Phoenix. We haven't raided Phoenix in a hot minute, so let's go hang out with our dear friend Phoenix Iwaki, who is a wonderful and amazing performer. We love him very, very dearly. Be sure to send all of the loves. Throw out all of the loves in chat, all the hearts, all the raid emotes. And guys, thank you so much for joining us. Till we meet again, and until next time, as always, from us to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, everyone.
Bye.